Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How are you all doing today? Give me a second here. The microphone is rubbing against the wire. Let me fix that. Let me fix that by just doing this. Come on. Give me a second here. Man, I hope everyone's having a great day. And I'm having some tech difficulties. Give me a second here. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. And we should be good to go. Can you all hear me clearly and see me clearly? I can hear you and see you good. Circuit board mechanic, welcome to the show. Richard T. Coach, you're looking good with some gray in that beard. Well, thank you. I'm 50 years old. Why even mention stuff like that, bro? Does it make you feel good to bust another man's chops that's live on the air to get a reaction? I'm cool with it, dude. But I'm just wondering. I'm going to do a full stream on instigators. Because who's busting who? I'm balding? Well, okay, maybe you're projecting then, dude. We're having a little fun about this. I'm just saying, wow, man, that's a great comment to start off the show. I support Coach Eli, says circuit board mechanic. Kind of sounds like Mr. Jones from the past. He's the only one that would say, I support Coach Eli until he does something or associates with someone that I don't like, and then I no longer support him. Oh, boy. Give me a second. Let me just double check to make sure everything's rolling smoothly. All right, we're back live. We're back live. Another interesting day on these YouTube streets. Before I get to that, it's been a great day in my neck of the woods here in Redwood City, California, where I live. My girlfriend Dawn is doing well. We have a follow-up appointment tomorrow regarding her ankle. We're looking forward to even better news than we got last time. We got good news last time. It's healing properly. She had her stitches removed. And the home healthcare nurses that have been coming to the house have all said it's looking great. I've been administering her antibiotics medication through a PICC line every day, and everything is right on track. So it's all good. And Dawn just cannot wait to be back in full force, helping me create some great videos. And so her and I can go out and actually, do things that couples do. I mean, we hang out at home all the time, and we watch Netflix and Hulu and Paramount Plus and Peacock and Disney Plus and Max and all that. But we look forward to getting out and doing some in-person exploring. Circuit board mechanic, this is a real business of mine. I make 142 sales a month, so I am going to put how-to videos on this channel. That's fantastic, man. Congratulations to you. I'm very happy that you got something really going that you're passionate about, and that's, making you a good living, man. Congratulations. Amen to that. How long did it take you to get this business going? Have you been working on this as a side hustle for years and it just ended up taking off finally? And if you don't mind sharing, what got it to really take off? What was, your best method of marketing your product? That's awesome, man. Good for you. Good for you, man. I love hearing success stories. I love hearing positive stuff, not just a ton of negative shit we always hear about out here on YouTube. So besides that, everything else is going well. So let's just get right to the topic. This is episode number 688 of Walking with Purpose live from Red Morton Park here in Redwood City, California. And we have a very, very interesting topic to discuss today. All right, we are back live. All right, we are back live. Today we're going to be talking about people that dissect your life are unhappy about their own. One more time, we're going to be talking about people that dissect your life are unhappy about their own. And there are many things I'll be discussing here today. I don't really want to continue feeding in to stupid, endless, nonsensical drama. But I don't know of any other way on how to give you folks the proper example so you can hear and see for yourself how petty, pathetic, and stupid this is, so you never choose to go down this path these people have. Or if you're on this path already, maybe you can realize it's not the best path you can take. Now, I can understand, people going through phases for a little while, right? I can understand people even projecting their insecurities for a little bit. But there are a lot of people I've encountered out here on YouTube that have been projecting their insecurities severely for over 6 years. And that's a problem, right? So, again, I'm not going to knock on, and I can't knock on people that are going through a phase. Everybody goes through phases, right? Everyone is going to project their insecurities at one point or another in their life, especially early on in life when you don't understand what you're even doing, right? But even after you understand what's going on, yeah, sometimes people are going to react for a little bit and project, right? But people that constantly project their insecurities, especially on the internet, and they do this day in and day out, okay? They're unhappy about their own life. People that project, or people that dissect your life, like people that dissect my life constantly, all day, every day on this platform, for example, are unhappy about their life in some capacity, right? Because people that are happy deep within themselves are not going to constantly focus and try to tear someone else down in the ways that they're doing so, right? Now, there's been a group of, I don't know if I'm even going to call them supporters because they never really were supporters. There's a group of people that were following my content for a little while. Let's call it that. They were following my content for a little while. And the moment that, I made peace and settled with someone that they consider an enemy, when I was no longer fighting the enemy per se, okay, at least they thought this person was an enemy. This person was never an enemy. I was just in a legal battle with her, right? But the moment that they perceived me to no longer be fighting the fight, and I made peace for whatever reason, these people were gone. And then what do? These are grown-ass women in their 40s and 50s. Some may be even older, some may be a little younger, but even in your 30s. But these women are primarily in their 40s and 50s. And they're going on the live stream and trying to politely bash me or trying to politely say that I made a mistake or screwed up, or what is the purpose of my business that this lawsuit was based off of. Is that the real Twiggy 22? Is that the real Twiggy 22? Or is that a sock account? If that's the real you, no worries, man. Welcome. Is that the real lunch lady? I don't know if it is. People like to duplicate accounts. I can't verify accounts. Okay. It's not a big deal. I don't care anyway. But these group of women are running live streams. One creator is running them. A few others are in the chat. And they're trying to, question what was this whole thing all about, and what is this business really about? Was it worth, fighting for or whatever, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm just listening for a few. I didn't hear the whole thing. I don't have time for BS stuff, right? I'm just listening to this and looking at the chat, right? Hey, Cynthia, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. I'm reading the chat and I'm like, these same women were supposedly supporting me just a few weeks back, or less than a month ago. And because I wanted to be a good human being and do the right thing for the best overall interests of everyone, including myself and Tammy, who was involved in this and all that. Because I did the right thing, they are unhappy about that, and they're trying to find ways to make me look bad. Well, the truth of the matter is, no one looks bad besides all of you that are trying to react to something that's positive and uplifting. And it just shows me the place where these women really are. I don't wish any harm upon them, and I wish them all the best, in all sincerity, right? But if you can't appreciate a good person just trying to be reasonable, okay? I've already explained many times why this whole thing was settled. And yes, I wanted to talk about this. It's not all I'm going to talk about, but I wanted to address it again because I'm hoping that these women understand that I have no hate for them, no harm intended. I don't have any hate or intend any harm for anyone. That includes people that these women like and don't like, because I don't hate anyone. I don't agree with some things that some people do, but deep in my heart and soul, I don't hate anyone. So why are you going to punish me for being a good human being? And the only thing I can think of is the fact that maybe you wish you could be as happy about yourself as I am myself. And maybe it frustrates you that you have so much hatred for yourself that when you see other people trying to do good, it bothers you. So you try to knock them down to your level so it makes you feel better. No, Tammy, I don't think they used me or anyone. This has nothing to do with my haters using you or your haters using me. It has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is these people lack self-love. Yes, on the front end of things, in my opinion, Tammy, it does appear like we were both used by each other's haters. But there's a deeper reason why these people do this kind of shit in the first place. They were hoping it was you who would take me down. I'm not here to take anyone down. Sure, in the past I've been frustrated because people have tried to take me down, so I said I wanted to take people down. But that was never my intentions. Sometimes people overreact. But regardless of what it all boils down to, the truth of the matter is these people lack self-love. They are unhappy within themselves. If they were happy people, there was no way their kind, loving, and happy soul would allow themselves to do this to anyone, right? Now, I don't care who talks about me. If these women want to talk about me all day, every day, and try to dissect, what my intentions are for my business, why was I fighting for a business that hasn't done this or hasn't done that or whatever, right? That doesn't matter. Maybe I have future plans, and I do have future plans. I've always had future plans, but why does it matter? Why does my business matter at all to a group of people that truly don't enjoy my content, are not open to self-help or personal development, and truly are not here for we're not here for the right reasons? So why does it matter to you what I do with my business in the future? Why does it matter to you what I've done with my business in the past? What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to discredit me for doing a good thing? Are you trying to make me look bad for doing a good thing? And here's the thing. I really don't care. I'm tired of pussyfooting around things. I'm just going to come out and be straight. Dana, I'm going to address you from Adventure AZ channel because you're the one that's been leading these streams. Again, like I said yesterday, without really even mentioning your name, some people did in the chat. I can't control that. I mean, I could ban them, but why? I mean, they have the right to express their opinions, right? Just like you do, right? Dana, I don't have any problems with you. I don't think deep down inside you're a bad person. Just like I never thought Tammy deep down inside was a bad person. I don't have hatred for either one of you. But for some reason, and I'm not here to pick sides. And look, I have love for both of you. For some reason, you two cannot come to a happy medium and just be at peace. You don't have to like each other, but at least be at peace. Deep within yourself, right? In order to be at peace, you got to let shit go. Even if it was shit that was done to you, Dana, by Tammy, or vice versa. You got to let that go. Because until you let that go, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be our best friend. But you can be at peace within yourself and say, you know what, Tammy, I forgive you, because I'm sure she forgives you. Because you both did wrong. I don't know your whole story, but, you know, it's not a competition about who did more wrong than the other. You both did wrong. And it's just time to move on. It's time to let it go. Because the bottom line is you're not bringing me into this for trying to do the right thing as a good human being. And that's pretty fucked up, Dana. It really is. It really is. I'm sorry that me settling in the ways I did offends you. Hey Wilbur, how you doing? Welcome to the show. The lunch lady, I stopped talking about her a long time ago. She kept talking. I have been getting links sent to me for the last 3 months. Cynthia, you are so right about being at peace, Eli. Thank you, Cynthia. God bless you, Cynthia. Thank you so much for being here. I got to tell you, Cynthia, when you started following this channel several months ago and then you became a channel member, thank you for continuing to be a channel member. Don and I greatly appreciate that. You've been nothing but supportive. You come around when you can. And you're a good human being, Cynthia. I can really tell you have a good heart and soul, and you've probably been through a lot. And you probably gotten to the point in your life that, you know what, some things are just not worth fighting. I mean, why do people always feel like they have to fight for something? Why can't you just find a happy medium, make both sides happy? Even if that involves you having to give up something. See, here's the thing, Dana. With love and respect, you're just not willing to give anything up for peace. And until you're willing to give something up, it's just not going to change. I'm not saying this, I'm not trying to life coach you. I know you don't even consider me a life coach. I know you're going back and watching past content. And listen, I've been through the ringer out here, but guess what? I'm still going 6 years later on 2 monetized channels in very good standing. And that should speak for itself, right? So regardless of what's been said in the past or what you're seeing on past videos or how you feel about my capabilities of being a coach or my living situation or my girlfriend or my business name or whatever you feel is fucked up about me, that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I don't care. You can say it all you want, right? But I still care about your well-being to the point of where I'm taking time again, another show, to try to help you work through this. And I know you didn't ask for my help, but you keep bringing up my name. So obviously, like you said on your community post, people that talk about you are fans. Doesn't mean they're friends, they're fans. So maybe you're a fan of my content. According to your own community post, you must be a fan of my content because you're talking about me daily now. No problem. You can talk about me all you want. All I'm saying is that if you truly want to move forward, and I'm not coming at you as a coach, I'm coming at you as a human being that's lived life. Forget about the coaching title between you and I, Dana. Forget about the coaching title, right? Human being to human being, I've lived life. And until you're ready to come to a place of peace and solace deep within yourself and let shit go, which means you may have to sacrifice something. What would you have to sacrifice? I know that, hey, I know you don't like Tammy. You don't have to like anyone, but you could be at peace within yourself and not criticize these people anymore. They're not even talking about you. I wasn't even talking about you. You stirred this up. And I chose to respond, like YouTubers will do after a while. I'm not here to run and hide. I'm here to be open and honest. I'm not here to trash talk you. I'm not here to question why you do what you do. I'm just responding to the stuff you're talking about regarding me. AZ Prod, how you doing? Let me check the audio one more time. Be right back. I think we're good. All right, we're back live. We are back live. Audio and video are on par, and the battery's charging. Fantastic. My new cable and new setup, perfect. I don't even know who Ramon is, dude. Outspoken, who is this Ramon guy? I have no idea. Cynthia says absolutely to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, thank you again for being you, Cynthia. You're a good human being. Cynthia says, hi, AZ Prod. How you doing, AZ Prod? Things going well for you in your neck of the woods? You still doing okay with DoorDash and all that, brother? He runs on the trail you walk on. You're the one who told us about him getting into shit. Oh, you're talking about Ramon. I haven't seen Ramon in a while because I have not been going to... Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Sorry about that. I went to the trail yesterday for the first time in many weeks. So, as we get closer to summer and it stops raining, I'll be going more so to the trail. It's not only the fact that it's been raining, it's the fact that the trail's clear across town. And I was so pressed for time between, dealing with the court case. Another reason, Dana, why we wanted to settle it. It was taking up way too much time. Preparing. And then, all of Don's doctor's appointments and other family stuff. I mean, I was severely overloaded. So I haven't gone to the SF Bay Trail, the part over by Bear Island, in a while. I went there yesterday. I didn't see Ramon yesterday, though, so... Yeah, I'm sure I'll see him again at some point, and you guys will see him live on the air. But thank you, bro. I forgot about Ramon. Yeah, last time I saw him over a month ago, he lost a lot of weight. He's probably lost about 40 or 50 pounds since I've known him. So that's good, man. God bless Ramon. AZ Prod paying taxes. Yeah. No, Don and I are going to file our taxes. We got all the, paperwork and everything all sorted out. I keep very meticulous records. And so does Don. And we're going to be doing our taxes this coming week. They're due it's April 15th. Actually, it's April 17th, but you got to have them done by the 15th if you're mailing them in. Just have them done by the 15th. Was this your first year being self-employed, AZ Prod? Because now, you got to take out your own taxes, man. You don't have any withholdings like you do in the corporate world as an entrepreneur. You got to put off money to the side and pay all that plus the 15% self-employment tax. Yeah. There are wonderful perks being self-employed, but you gotta take care of your taxes. You gotta put money off to the side. A lot of people don't realize that when they're doing DoorDash or Uber, you're getting a 1099, and there are no taxes being taken out. And then at the end of the year, you file your taxes, and then you owe like $3 or $4 grand. And you're like, shit, where am I going to find that money? Well, you better shit it out of your ass. No, actually, the IRS will let you do a payment plan. And just go to their website, irs.gov. And same thing typically with your state taxes. You can go to your state's website. Here in California, it's the Franchise Tax Board. FTB, and if you don't have enough money to pay your taxes, you set up a payment plan. You do that, you're good. You make your payments, you're good. But the best thing to do is set aside roughly about 25 to 30% of what you make. Put that off into a savings account, and that way that money will be there. Another thing you could do is you can also pay quarterly taxes. But you got to have everything filed and either paid when taxes are due, or set up a payment plan and make your first payment when taxes are due. I have software we put the info, like QuickBooks. QuickBooks is fantastic. Do you use QuickBooks? QuickBooks is fan-fucking-tastic. Takes me about 4 hours to complete. Yeah, when you're that organized, taxes should take you around 3 to 4 hours to do online. If you're not organized, that's why you gotta, this is one thing that we need to help people that are newly self-employed with, is that we gotta make them aware that you gotta keep good records, and you gotta put money off the side every time you get paid regarding a self-employed job. Robert, you're going to want to stick around because I have an idea that I think you might like, Robert. I was going to get to that. So give me a second. Only thing promised in life is death and taxes. That's for damn sure. It definitely is. Yeah. Yeah, so let me just say one more thing about, Dana Adventure AZ and her crew of women over there that, are, anti-Tammy, right? We understand that. Tammy even does, right? I understand that. But what do I have to do with that? If I choose to make peace with somebody that you supposedly don't like, why am I your victim now? Why? Why are you making me your victim? That's an honest question, right? If you think that's an honest question, put a 1 in the chat. Why should I be the victim of other people that don't like someone like Tammy, and now they're making me a victim because I choose to be at peace with her and resolve something? I'm glad they are. I don't think you really mean that, Tammy. I think you're just saying that to be funny. You put LOL. I get it. I think you're just playing along with it because it's comical, right? I mean, I can get a good laugh at this, and I do at times, but the truth of the matter is, I'm really saddened at humanity for behaving this way. I'm really saddened that grown-ass adults behave this way, and then they show this behavior publicly on the internet. Now, Dana's the only one that's showing herself publicly. These other women are hiding behind Hitomi Honda and Sabrina Garza. By the way, Sabrina, you're no longer welcome here either. I really thought you were nice, Sabrina. I really thought you were a nice person. You run your own, I guess, home business. You got a great man. But you show your true colors when I decided to do a good thing. And instead of saying, hey, Eli, you know what? You're a good human being. You're very reasonable. You have a big heart and soul. Instead of doing that, you go to Dana's channel and you contribute to the hate. So are you really a good person? Are you a fair weather friend? Like, are you, like, only friends with people that completely agree with all of your agendas? I mean, I know the answers to all this, and I'm putting it out there this way because you ladies all know this is stupid. You know your behavior is pathetically stupid. If you think these grown-ass women's behavior or women's behavior is pathetically immature, put a 1 in the chat. Circuit board mechanic. Sorry, let me read Tammy first. Now I care exactly 0 what they think. No, I don't care what they think, Tammy, but I think that you care about the bigger picture of wishing that people would do some more soul searching and better themselves and not behave this way. Yeah, I personally don't care what they say about me or what they think, but I do care about their well-being in general. And I do hope that they're able to turn things around. So I just wanted to clarify that. I think you're the same way. I don't want to put words in your mouth. If you're not, that's okay. But, when there isn't trust, Tammy, like I said yesterday, there's always faith. Some people will never change. We have to accept that, right? But we can always have faith, right? In order for me to care about someone's opinion of me, I would have to value them. I do not know that. That's true. That's true. Circuit board mechanic. Is it wrong, Eli? I like A1 steak sauce on a reheated steak. It sure is good. What kind of a question is that? Scarlett says, what advantages do women have, Eli? I have no idea where that question came from, Scarlett. Why are you asking that question? In what context? What did I say to trigger you to ask that? I didn't mention one single thing about women having advantages in this stream. So I don't know where that's coming from. Can you please clarify that? Now, Robert, stick around because I have a great idea. I have a great idea regarding something that you and I can work on that I think would be good for the both of us. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Circuit board mechanic, I was trying to change the subject. I feel like hatching out old things is useless because people will never be satisfied. Well, circuit board mechanic, I certainly understand where you're coming from. You're basically saying it's like beating a dead horse. You're right. And what I'm trying to do by running this show and saying the same thing I've been saying for a little while is that, yeah, that's how these people are behaving. They're behaving by doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like beating a dead horse. They've made their points many times, but they keep on talking about the same thing every day. And my job as a coach, at least how I want to coach, is to share this in sequential order and show people how far some people will go when they're unhappy deep within themselves. It all stems back to not loving themselves deep within. That's all. I agree, Eli, exactly. Agree with what? Go ahead, sorry. In your stream on Friday, you said women have advantages that men don't have. What are those advantages? Those are bad breaks. What advantages do women have? Well, let me tell you something. A woman can hit a man, call the cops and say, you know, the man hit her, and the man will go to jail when the woman hit him. Okay? Women are typically favored with the courts regarding divorce and regarding child custody cases, regardless, unless the woman is really mentally messed up and has done bad things. Women have an unfair advantage in that. That's just my opinion. That's what I've seen. Okay? Also, what I've seen many women do, the feminists, I call them the radical feminists, is that the radical feminists are not happy just having equal rights in the ways that men have always had those same rights, right? Women, there are a lot of women that seek out and actually get special privileges, right? Women are also a protected class. Men are not. Now, Caucasian men are not a protected class. Every other race of man is protected by their ethnic background. If you're a white man, you're screwed. You're not protected. Women are protected in general because of women's lib. So there's my answer. Now, I don't care. I don't, you know, I'm friends with many people, male or female, and I'm not angry or bitter about this because most of the people I associate with, male or female, don't take advantage of the system. What I'm saying in other words, Scarlett, and when you say facts, you're saying I'm speaking facts, right? Right, Easy Prod? What I'm saying in other words is that there are women that play the system. There are also some men that play the system too, don't get me wrong, but there are far more women playing the system and far more women are getting away with playing the system than men because they're a protected class. Whomever is seen as the aggressor is arrested and you are so wrong. That's how it should be, Scarlett, but that's not how it always is. I think, listen, Scarlett, the way that you're approaching this conversation, you sound like a very angry, bitter, and scorned woman. And if you want to have a civil and reasonable conversation about this, you may want to come back another time when you're in a more calm state, because you sound pretty triggered. And I cannot have a logical and reasonable conversation with somebody triggered. If you want to talk about this like two grown adults in a friendly way, no problem. If you're going to come at it from an extreme or extremely emotional aspect, then we're not going to get anywhere. I'm just going to end the conversation now. You're free to talk. You're not going to get banned. I'm just saying, like, there's no point in having a conversation with somebody that's heated or triggered. You're not going to get anywhere. What did I say that wasn't calm? You're the one getting, I'm not getting triggered one bit. When it comes to domestic violence cases, the authorities typically will believe the woman more so than the man. That's just how it's been. That's the stigma. Now, you're right. It's the aggressor is the one that should be arrested, right? Or, held accountable. But it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes the man gets arrested for something he didn't do, then he has to go to court, and then it's proven that he was innocent, and he might have had to spend some time in jail wrongfully. So that's the problem. Hi, Elias, chat says Jenny Sandler. Well, we all know what the law is, Scarlett. You say you're stating facts in the law. We all know what the law states. It doesn't mean the law is applied fairly all the time. Do you think that the law is always applied as stated? That's a fair question. The law is usually never applied as stated. And the law, in my opinion, has always been subjective to how the authorities, including the judge, sees it. The judge is the final person to determine what laws to apply and not, right? So would you not say that it's fair to say that the law is subjective to the judge's decision? We all know what the law is. The law is never applied the same for everyone. It's applied subjectively. You know that. I know that. We all know that. Homemaker women are the happiest. Honestly, I'm all for women having equal rights and doing what they want to do, but I would have to agree with you. I think women that are homemakers are the happiest. They have a good man, working hard, bringing them the bacon. She stays home, takes care of the house, takes care of the kids. The husband comes home, there's family time. Like, that's the traditional household. And back in those days, when that's how it was, the divorce rate was less than 20%. The divorce rate now is about 60%, almost 60%, 3 times greater. So no disrespect, women should have always had equal rights. But the fact now that you have the husband and wife working, you have latchkey kids being taken care of by a nanny or grandparents or whatever. Have you seen how that affects marriages and families? Again, I'm all for women having equal rights. That's all good. But do you ladies also see how this has affected the family life? Right? And there are lots of women nowadays that don't even want to ever have kids, and because they're more career focused than family focused. It's okay. I agree. I agree with that circuit board mechanic and AZ Prod. You guys know exactly what I'm saying. Jenny Sandler, I'm doing well today. We just came back from parent-teacher conference. How did it go? Circuit board mechanic. Eli, my mother was a homemaker. These women nowadays are questionable. You know what? My mother was a homemaker until I was 16 years old and my brother was 15. At that point, we were old enough to take care of ourselves. I was driving, then my brother started driving shortly afterwards. And my mother got a job. I believe it was in her early 40s. Right when she turned 40, I think. And she got a job working for the San Mateo County Clerk's Department, of all places. That same building where I would go file my paperwork, Tammy, for the case, my mother worked in the family law department, completely different department. But my mother worked for the county for 25 years as a divorce clerk. She knew every person that got divorced in San Mateo County, and every time we would have to hear about it at the family gatherings for holidays, right? Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, etc., right? My mom would be like, do you want to know who got divorced today? Nope. Well, I'm going to tell you anyways, because she would, it's public information, so she can talk about it, right? But she would talk about all the Greek people, because she would say, oh, I don't understand. My country has the best people, and we believe in marriage and this and that, and they're all getting divorced. What's happening to my country? I'm like, Mom, you think Greece is immune from all the bullshit the world has faced the last 20, 30 years? I mean, women get to double dribble and shoot their free throws, granny style. That's fantastic, man. That's the best thing I've heard all day, dude. No disrespect, ladies. I got a woman too, but I mean, that was fucking fantastic, dude. We know you were here, Jenny. You've had your fun with men too, so you've had your little jabs at us. It's all good. All's fair in love and war, right? All's fair in love and war. In a past stream, says Scarlett. I'll state it again. I don't have a problem sharing how I feel. I don't hate anyone, including you, Scarlett. I don't hate anyone at all. No more accidents, please. Someone could take it the wrong way. No, tough luck. Tough luck. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, but I think we're going to be okay. It's not supposed to rain until later. So it's just sprinkling, so I think I'll be able to get my third lap in. Eli, do you really believe Gabby Petito? I never said she deserved to die. That's not what I said. If you're backtracking now to stuff I've talked about a long time ago, because you can't get over, like, you're a fan. You're an Eli fan. If you weren't an Eli fan, you wouldn't keep coming back. Like, why do you care what I think about Gabby Petito? Still. Why do I matter that much to you, to the point of where you care about my thoughts about Gabby Petito? I never, ever, ever stated that she deserved to die. What I said was she was antagonizing the guy. She was using the guy. And it's almost like she deserved what she got because she was poking the bear. I'm not saying that it should have happened. What I'm saying is that, women should not take advantage of men that they don't really love or care for. She didn't like Brian. She was using Brian. Women use men. Men use women. And sometimes when this happens, if the other side is not mentally stable enough, they flip out and do what Brian did. I don't condone any of that. I'll talk about it because I don't care. I got nothing to hide. I don't feel anyone deserves to die. But if you keep poking the bear, okay, let me share a story with you, Scarlett, that'll put it in a better context, all right? It's starting to rain. So I'm gonna come to the underhang until it stops. Let me put it into context for you, Scarlett. You know what? Let the sock accounts stay. Let them stay. They're going to give us all views, okay? Let the sock accounts stay. Don't ban anyone. Mods, for right now, don't ban anyone, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you're not going to ban anyone. Let me handle it for right now until I turn that off, okay? So let me put this into perspective. I heard a story over the last week. There were a couple of boys in El Dorado County in the Sacramento area that were out on a trail hunting, I think, and they encountered a mountain lion, right? And basically, when you encounter a mountain lion, you're supposed to act all big and stuff like that to try to scare it away, because if not, it might attack you. Well, the mountain lion attacked them both, and one of them died, okay? Sock account, when someone gets banned on their main account, they come in on a fake account with a different name and not showing their face. That's a sock account. It's like throwing out socks, right? It's like, you use a sock until it gets dirty or it gets burned, and then you throw the sock out, right? Because it's banned, it's burned, right? Makes sense? Now, so here's the thing. What do I think happened that the story's not telling us? I think that these guys antagonized the mountain lion. That's my thoughts. When you antagonize a mountain lion, it's going to think that you're trying to harm it, and it's going to come and defend itself and probably kill you, right? So if you want to compare that to what happened to Gabby, I don't condone what Brian did, but I also don't condone what Gabby did to use him as her cameraman and to care more about her business on social media and her popularity over the man that she's supposedly engaged to. Give me a break, okay? So I don't know how many more times you want to talk about this. I don't know how many more times you want to talk about the Gabby Petito thing. I don't know. You tell me. Do you want to keep talking about it for another half hour? Do you want me to do another show on it? You tell me, what is going to satisfy you? You tell me what is going to satisfy you. Because you people are just a bunch of knuckleheads that have no critical thought. The bottom line is that you lack self-love. You don't like the fact that I can come out here every day and speak with confidence and share my thoughts, right? And engage an audience with some interesting critical thought, right? So does that satisfy you? I simply don't know your opinion on it, so I ask. But are you satisfied with my opinion? I'm asking you. Are you now satisfied? I don't wish any harm upon anyone. But I also don't feel it's right for a man or a woman to use the other. I'm not just saying this about Gabby. I'm saying, look, Gabby, for his social media presence, right? And he used her and made her feel used. And she did the same thing to him Let's say she killed him instead of him killing her. It's the same thing on the flip side. This has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with using people. Jenny Sandler with the $10 super chat. She had some choice words to say about Scarlett. I'm not gonna trash talk anyone, Jenny, but yeah, I mean, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it, Jenny. I'm gonna heart it. Thank you so much, Jenny. Appreciate that. The mountain lion will not attack unprovoked. I was saying the same thing, right? So the kid that got killed by the mountain lion antagonized it, provoked it, right? That's exactly what Gabby was doing. She was belittling Brian. And a lot of these people are saying, oh, those movies did not depict what happened. Come on, don't give me that. There's a lot of social media footage of her belittling Brian. Don't sit here and tell me that she didn't belittle Brian one bit. Now, again, I don't condone what Brian did. Brian was wrong. And if Brian didn't end up taking his own life, he would have gotten the death penalty, right? I refuse to engage with a double dribbler. I agree, dude. So I hope that satisfies you, Scarlett. I hope that satisfies you. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. You know what, Scarlett? You're taking this way out of context. I'm going to say this one more time, and I'm never talking about it again because I'm tired of it. And all you're doing right now is provoking me on purpose for the simulcast. As a matter of fact, Scarlett, you can go back over to the simulcast and get out of here. Okay? Go back over to the simulcast and go where you're going to, just do stupid shit. I don't want that here. Get the hell out of here. No one deserves to be murdered. But when people antagonize people, they deserve what they get. Okay? That's a better way of putting it. If you antagonize someone, something could go wrong. If you trigger someone that's emotionally unstable to the point of where they're going to do something like that, you basically created that on yourself. So get the hell out of here and never come back. I'm sick and tired of these pathetic people that have no critical thinking skills, that don't even really care about what I'm saying. They care about antagonizing me for entertainment value on a rebroadcast. Go back to the rebroadcast and stay there. Go back and hang out with what they call the struggle bus, but they're the struggle bus. You see, that group over there, they like to call us the struggle bus. They're the struggle bus. You're a part of the struggle bus. Again, Jenny, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. If anyone else wants to hit the super chat, Don and I would greatly appreciate it. We're getting close to hitting our threshold. Well, we may have hit it between both channels being monetized, but we're close to $100 for the month. You get paid out of the $100. So we're close. But we still have a few more days for them in the month. 31 days in March. There were 29 days last month. It was a leap year this year for February, once every 4 years. My pleasure, Eli, says Jenny. Ooh, we are so scared, says Jenny Sandler. Robert Reese, how you doing? I want to talk about Robert as well because I have an idea, Robert, on something we can work on together. Something that'll do good for all communities on YouTube, not just the gig economy. But the gig economy does need help because let me tell you, what I've been seeing in the gig economy lately is just drama, drama, drama. Like, it just seems like in any community you go to, there's always a drama sector of it. You've got your main creators that are getting all the views and making the money, and then everyone else is just throwing a fit. That's all it is. Throwing a fit because they want to be at the top. Right? Now, TFT Rurik, I think he was here earlier. I don't know. I don't think TFT's been here today. But TFT Rurik has been putting out some videos lately. He's a really good guy. Lives not too far from me, about 2.5 hours southeast in Fresno. Probably one of the best markets for DoorDash. Fresno's a big college town. It's expanded. It's much more affordable to live there than the Bay Area. Still more expensive than most other places in the country, but cheaper than the Bay Area at least. And I guess there's been some issues happening between DoorDash Revolution, they call him Rev, and Hot Facts with Robert Reese, and I guess TFT Rurik's been involved because TFT Rurik's been Robert's right-hand person. And I've been trying to catch up on some Robert streams to find out what's going on. Basically, I think what's going on is, and I have a lot of respect for you, DoorDash Revolution. I think you're a mod here still, and I respect you. But I think you've been going out there and claiming defamation of character and harassment and stuff like that. I think you've been talking about copyright. This is what I'm hearing from Robert. I haven't heard you fully say any of this, so I'm just going by what Robert said and some clips he played. And it might be about other people you're involved with too, Rev, but I think there's some kind of a beef going on between Robert Reese and the DoorDash Revolution, and TFT Rurik is involved because he's Robert's right-hand person. And there was like copyright mention. If you use any parts of my content, I'll copyright strike you. If you use my image in your thumbnail, I'll copyright strike you. Well, they can't do that, Robert. I've flagged down thumbnails before myself. I don't do it anymore. But I used to. I used to play the copyright game like many people are still doing or have done in the past. And if you end up becoming a real YouTuber, you learn to understand that the copyright system is flawed for small creators. There really isn't anything you can do. You file a copyright takedown notice. You file a copyright takedown notice on a thumbnail or a video. All that person has to do is file a counter notification. It's much easier to do that now on the back end of YouTube Studio. They make it very easy. And all you have to do is say under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law, this is if you're in the U.S. If you're in another country, you have what's called fair dealing. But here in the U.S., all you have to write is, this is fair use under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law, fair use, that allows you to use small excerpts for criticism, commentary, as long as they're transformative in nature. I'll tell you this. Even people that have rebroadcasted my entire live streams that I've taken down for copyright, and it's technically not fair use, YouTube always puts the counter notification through. So all people have to do is file a counter notification, and that'll give you 10 business days to file a lawsuit in a federal copyright court, because there is small claims copyright court now, but it's optional. It's considered mediation. And if you sue someone in small claims copyright court, I believe the max you can sue for is $30,000. And it has to be agreed on by both parties, including the party you're suing. They're not going to agree to that, because the bottom line is, then they know you're going to have to sue them in a federal copyright court, which is going to be much more costlier. You're going to have to hire an attorney. It's going to cost a lot in court fees. It's going to cost you at least 50 to 100 grand for a case that's not worth that much. So these creators know that. So anyone that's going to play the copyright game, you're going to lose. You just, if you're a small creator, it's not even worth filing a copyright takedown. Unless you know it's a soccer account channel or something that's not going to file a counter notification. Like if a soccer account channel is re-uploading your stuff and the copyright match tool catches it, you could take those down. Those people are not going to file a counter notification because they have to give you their information legally, and they won't. But for real creators, they will file a counter notification every single time. And that video will be reinstated, right? So you don't want to come out here and play that game. I've learned that, hey, if you don't want people talking about you, then you got to get off of YouTube. That's the bottom line. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. I had to learn to deal with that too. Now, I don't have a problem with people talking about me or using small clips of my content. My problem is they rebroadcast my entire live streams while I'm broadcasting them live, and they're affecting my live viewership. And those people that don't like me, they're actually fans. They're not my friends. They're fans, like you said, Dana Adventure AZ. I should be getting their views. So technically they are stealing my views. But the bottom line is, what these people do is they delete the stream after I'm done, because they're not even worried about me taking them down for copyright. They're worried about YouTube's reused content rule that many people have been shut down and removed from the YouTube partner program regarding my content. My content has caused so many people to lose their YouTube partner program status or their entire channels over reused content. And the people that are watching the rebroadcast right now, all of you know that. The channel it's currently on is one of the last standing monetized channels in that group. For now. But, you know, she wants to play with fire, that's on her. I'm not going to do anything about it. I don't care anymore. Neither should you, Rev. That's what it is. If you don't want people talking about you or responding to you or sharing their opinions, then just don't be a YouTuber. Now, Robert, here's my idea. I'd be open to doing a show with you, probably bi-weekly. If it takes off, maybe weekly, but for now it would be bi-weekly, like on a Wednesday or Thursday. And I'm trying to remember the name that I came up with. There's a name I came up with. Give me a second, I'll remember it. Just give me a second. I'll figure it out. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Go off the air. Jenny Sandler, Thanos' next therapy session, make sure to tell them what an upstanding member of society you have been. Yeah, it's okay, Jenny. These people like to antagonize on purpose because they're miserable, pathetic human beings. They are. It's just the most pathetic group of people I've ever encountered in my life. Miserable people. That's all it is. You know? I feel for them. I genuinely feel for them. And they are fans. Like Dana from the Adventure AZ channel posted on her community wall. They are fans. They don't like me, but they're fans. They're not friends, but they're fans. Good, bad, or indifferent. If people watch you for one reason or another, they're a fan because you do something for them one way or another. I'd rather, these people, come and watch here for the positive reinforcement type of personal development content. But that's not what they're here for. They're here for, fake lulz. And they're here to try to call people like me lolcow because they don't like the fact that I have self-confidence to stand up for myself and keep going and not letting it affect me. How many times are you guys going to continue to try to kick someone down that's not going down? I mean, you could be spinning your wheels in the mud for all I care. So, here's what I came up with, Robert. I think this is exactly how I wanted to label a show I am proposing to you. We can do a show called The Peacemakers of YouTube. The Peacemakers of YouTube, right? Or something to that extent. I like the Peacemakers of YouTube. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of stupid stuff happening in the gig economy. There's a lot of stupid stuff happening in communities that I've been involved with. Past or present, or whether I want to be involved with these communities or not, doesn't matter. And I think what you and I should focus on, Robert, is doing a show similar like Pedro and Hannibal, but a lot better. No disrespect to you, Pedro and Hannibal. You guys do you. You guys are getting about 50 to 75 views per show now. It's all good. No worries. I think you and I, Robert, could really get a good show going. As long as we work together and we don't make this show about you or myself. We can talk about our stuff every now and then, but we need to focus this show on bringing people on like DoorDash Revolution, Mr. Flex, Pedro Santiago, Hannibal is Hungry, Real Talk with Roy. Always cherry pick if he's even still around, or anyone else. We bring these people on when we see that they're causing issues or they're involved with issues, and we basically are almost kind of like mediators. But I don't want to call us a mediator because we're not mediators. We're peacemakers. I truly believe, Robert, Now, Robert, I haven't agreed with everything that you've said and done, and the same on the flip side. I get that, okay? But I truly believe you're a good human being, Robert. You've got a good wife that supports you. I'm a good human being. I've got a good woman that supports me. I truly believe we can do a lot of good with this show. Now, you do have a lot of drama happening on your channel, and some drama hit my channel as well over the last several months. It was unintentional. On yours, maybe some is intentional, maybe some is not. It doesn't matter. I think that whenever you're trying to resolve issues, so if we try to be the peacemaker, both you and I, to other people that we bring on the show, if we bring on both sides, you know there's going to be fighting, you know there's going to be drama, you know the show is going to be like a Jerry Springer show. I would rather not have it go that route, but I understand to a certain extent that's what really happens. So, we can have a show that can have all sides, right? Little drama, but at the end of the day, we resolve the issue between the parties, and you and I are the peacemakers of YouTube. If you think that that is a good idea, the peacemakers of YouTube, a show that you would tune into, maybe once every 2 weeks now, and if it takes off, once every week, on the Hot Facts with Robert Reese channel, him and I hosting it together. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about it. No number, I want to know what you think about it. Grotesque Subhuman 3, how you doing? Hi, Eli. Hey, how's it going, bro? Welcome. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. I'm on the final lap, folks. We've got about maybe 7 to 10 minutes left on the show. Start getting your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. Yeah, the grass is starting to grow over here. This is the kindness corner. This is what ended up being the kindness corner right over here. So, yeah, they're coming along, redoing this whole park. I look forward to when they finish the Olympic-sized swimming pool. They're probably going to have some major events out here. The problem is going to be parking, unless part of that complex is going to be, a multi-level parking lot or garage. Like, honestly, that swimming pool is going to be Olympic size. They're going to want to host events. I don't know what they're going to do with parking around here. I mean, there's plenty of space at the park. This is a huge park. And they could put an underground parking garage. I mean, there's so much they can do. Who knows? Maybe they're already working on it. But it's definitely changed since I was a little kid. Still the same park in theory. There's still some spots that are exactly the same, and the parking lots are the same, at least for now. But, wow. Growing up out here and seeing the changes to Red Morton Park. And they still have not removed a lot of the wiring here. I don't know if are they going to leave this up all year for next year? Somebody's barbecuing over there. I mean, this has got to be draining work. They still have a lot of the lights up. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's now almost April. If the guy does this all himself, he has got to be drained. I mean, I saw a couple other people installing the lights across the street from his home at the park. But even a couple, 2, 3 people, you need like 10 or 20 people to do this efficiently and to not burn yourself out. But anyway, we are at 85 minutes, an hour and 25 minutes. Eli, have you heard from GLM? Do you know if she's back on YouTube? I think it's okay to say I did email GLM a few days ago. And she hid her channels. I noticed that. I know when people hide their channels. I know how YouTube works. And she just wanted to take a little break because she wanted to focus on some spiritual healing. I don't blame her. I can't blame her one bit. She's actually doing the right thing. I've done the right thing like that as well too. She'll be back at some point. I don't know when. But, I'll say this. I've learned a lot about her over the years. I'm not going to lie. Initially, I liked her, and then I didn't like her because she had a big attitude, and she was really stirring up the pot. And then, we had some things that happened years ago. A lot of people would come and stalk me at the park or at least come into my area and make content trying to scare me. And she did that. She came to Red Morton Park, made some videos, and I'm not offended by it. I'm long over that. But since those days were 3.5 years ago. Since those days, there's been some back and forth. Her being banned and unbanned, but she's here permanently now because I'm at the point right now where every single person that's come at me, there's nowhere left to go with it. I mean, the only thing really left to do is to continue the rebroadcasts for a group of 25 or 30 people that are Coach Eli haters. And then, any other people that are, any rebroadcast that shows more than 25 or 30 people on that end, those are people that are coming in on multiple accounts to make the stream look like it's like destroying the amount of viewers I'm getting, right? Right? And then you have this moron that runs the Coach Eli channel that, is basically promoting all the rebroadcasts and saying things, trying to antagonize me, and whoever the hell you are. I wouldn't be surprised if you're somebody I know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's any one of a few people I may think it is. I'm not going to say who I may think it is at this point. But I really don't care, because you can sit there and antagonize me all you want, Coach Eli channel. And you're lucky that you're still up, because I had 3 copyright strikes on your channel, including using my image. And luckily, YouTube didn't remove you. Sometimes they don't. Even with 3 strikes, you got lucky. Right? But now you don't even put out any more content. Now all you do is you trash talk on the community posts. But you can flag those too. You know that? You can flag community posts. You can even do it from your phone. You can add a message too now. And when you get an email, it says, thank you for reporting the community post on this channel. We'll take a close look. It's all good. Do you think Coach Eli channel, whoever you are, right? I really don't care. Do you think that your behavior for a grown-ass adult is justified. Obviously, you are a fan of me and you're triggered, right? So you're trying to antagonize me to trigger me in return because for some reason, my presence of life triggers you to the point of where you have to type in your keyboard, come to the more freedom of speech, sensational Sarah restream, or come to the freedom of speech Susie restream. More viewers, more fun, right? I'm not here for fun, dude. I'm here to help people better their lives. I'm not here for fun. I'm here to help people like you that have serious issues, resolve them, so you can be a happier person and live a better life, right? You can sit there and get triggered all you want, Coach Eli channel, and I don't care if my people go over there, because they'll probably all flag you and try to get you removed. I don't care. I don't need to flag anyone. I don't care. Your words mean nothing to me. I'm mentioning this right now because of how pathetic of a loser you are, right? Especially if you're somebody that's double dipping this, right? Right? And then you tag everyone in. My next thing is going to be suggesting to YouTube to, when people tag you in, to basically say, disallow this person from tagging me in the future. Because there are a lot of people that abuse tagging creators. I think something needs to be done about that. And I think that's going to be coming soon to YouTube at some point. These people will tag you in to get your attention, right? Or to try to get more people to simulcast so that way they can take comparison screenshots. Oh, here's Sarah's stream with 50 viewers and here's Eli's with only 8 because he went members only. I don't give a shit. But you, sir, do give a shit. You care about poking the bear because something about me or me just living in general triggers you. So you get so triggered that you have to do these postings because you're triggered, dude. I trigger you. I don't want to trigger anyone. I wish no harm upon anyone. But my existence alone, Coach Eli channel, triggers you, right? If you think that my existence alone triggers these people, put a 1 in the chat before I go off the air. If you think that my existence, just breathing air, triggers these people, and that's why they react, and they try to be antagonistic, and then they send people into the chats here trying to be antagonistic, and I'm like, okay, you could try to antagonize me or the people here all you want. We're not as dumb as you are to fall for your own stupid shit. We're not. We're just not. Grotesque Subhuman 3. She has decided to make me and Maddie her boyfriends. We are not happy she hides her channel like that. Well, that's up to her, man. Anybody still left to comment? Just another minute or so, I'm going to be going off the air. "94 minutes, an hour and 34 minutes. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Let's go check out Let's go check out and take a few screenshots. I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. We are back live. I'm at a loss for words. Because any words that I would say would be no different. You have to basically chalk it up to just a bunch of grown-ass adults that need this type of entertainment to make it through their days for one reason or another or whatever reason, right? And it's sad because these people could be doing so many better things with their time, right? I'm going to see how long I can keep these people interested in rebroadcasting me every day. I'm going to see how long they can do it. I want to see if you folks can continue doing this every day for the rest of 2024. There's my challenge to you. Every single day. Show me how much you value my content, right? Show me how much free time you have on your hands to do all of this. It's just really sad. It's just really, really sad. You got some woman over there that's almost on her deathbed. I don't wish any harm upon you, ma'am, but, you know, you're medically not doing well. Yet, you know, you want to continue to help people antagonize someone, right, or abuse someone else's content, right? Again, I'm not taking any action on you, ma'am. It's not worth it, right? But the bottom line is this. The Lord works in mysterious ways, ma'am. And, you know, you're going to want to ask the Lord for some, you know, healing prayers, right? And do you think that good things will come your way when you don't put out good things to the universe and you don't do good things to other people? Do you think what you're doing here is a good thing? I mean, honestly, I think you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, right? But the I can't even talk. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. The real problem is this, is that when you're dealing with a group of people like this, you're not just dealing with one person, you're dealing with 10 people. So if you try to take action on one to stop it, then 9 others pop on in. And all of a sudden, like, become the attorney for the one, right? So it's almost like not even worth taking any action, even if you wanted to. because then you get 9 or 10 other people that start to harass you and threaten you and do other things, right? It's just so surreal, right? That's cool. I get it, right? Eli, you are known internationally. Even many of those who are on their deathbed will be thinking of you. I don't know, bro. Maybe so. I wish everyone nothing but positive, healing thoughts. Give me a second. Be right back. I wish everyone nothing but positive, healing thoughts, right? You know what? I'm gonna propose something to the other side here. Okay. I will propose something to the other side. If you folks can go 1 month, 30 days without rebroadcasting me, no one from that side, I will pick one of the creators and I will make a donation to them. I'm not going to tell you what the amount's going to be, but I will make a donation to one of those creators, one of the rebroadcasters. There's maybe 4 or 5 rebroadcasters. If you folks go 30 days without rebroadcasting, I will know by my numbers. I will make a donation randomly to one out of the creators for an undisclosed amount. It'll be a fair amount, put it to you that way. I want to see what this is all about. If it's about money, one of you will get money. It'll be an undisclosed decent amount. But you have to all go 30 days with no rebroadcast. Let's see if you can do it. Will you do it for a chance to make some money? Or do you need me as your oxygen? With that being said, Robert, reach out to me. I'll get back to you later tonight or tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.